one of your friends, Hoodle? I think Hoodle senses something.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for... Hello.
Huh.
Huh?
Kisara.
Right.
Think we can take that thing?
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist.
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Not in your dreams. Magic is
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Guys, I'll leave it to you! Ignite!
Armor won't save you.
There you go. Don't let up. Raging storm. Tunnel. Move action. By the power of water.
On your knees.
I'm all stocked up.
Air pressure.
Here's a healing force. Lightning condense. Thunder blade.
Nothing gets by me.
Prototype field. Just a downward.
Be still!
Annihilation.
Here I come!
Raging storm. Here, let's go. First aid.
Try hard! My turn!
Shining
I'm not
blade.
done.
Reload.
Take this.
I'll heal you all. Light astral
This one's all mine!
healing circle. Photon
Now I can
lightning
let loose.
condense.
Why'd you heal me?
Stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Glacial spear. Pierce the ether.
Flash!
Breathe raging storm.
Elusive deity.
Raining flash!
Tornado
Raging catalytic correction.
on the ground.
Sleep now.
Raining flash!
Lightning orb.
Leave the charges to me.
Hey, let's you don't get in trouble again.
Now!
In here.
Strike! Ignite!
I'll Gemini onward.
Nothing back! You're mine!
Missile ray. Champion
Blow away!
Resonate with you. Require a hand.
Infernal current!
On your knees.
Dance in the wind.
Air pressure.
Sleep now. Arc field. Here, let me help.
No further! Double demon flash!
Lightning orb.
Here I come!
Can handle this. Where are you going?
Double demon!
Ready and ready.
Now. Kisara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
On your
Watch and
knees.
sweep.
Now you see what I did.
This one's all mine!
Astral energy. Lightning
You're mine! Burn in hell! Eternal devastation!
Leave the charges to me. Deny.
Take this. Benediction light.
Flash! Heal! Crush!
Here I go. You're mine. Raging
Such
storm.
unadulterated fury.
Begin!
Dance in the wind.
You're mine!
Flame of fury.
That move.
Here comes big one!
Lightning orb! I'll bring you back. I can't feel anything.
I couldn't make it in time.
I was overconfident.
New lease on life.
Can you take it? Can you take it? Now we're not. Use too much.
Through armor!
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indana? Not to a Renan, they don't.
Take this.
You're mine! Right in front! This time!
Raging Cascade! Primed and ready! In here! This one's mine! Opponent coming through!
Negative gate.
Confiscated!
On your
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Ignite!
Dance in the wind! Free Lancer!
Take this!
More for the sky! Let me help!
Raining flash!
Raging Storm! Forward action!
Such unadulterated fury.
Here's evil!
Elusive deity.
Freeze Lancer! Raging Storm! It's about to strike!
Not so fast. Ready?
Look sharp, everyone!
Can you take it?
Watch it!
Take this.
Lightning orb! Dance in the wind! Air annihilation! I can't feel
Armor won't save you with me. My fault.
Leave the charges to me! From death's abyss!
Benediction light.
Resuscitation!
Try harder! My turn!
Burning strike!
No further.
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Freeze Lancer!
Take it.
Sleep now!
Elusive
I'm
deity.
almost impressed!
That praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get scared!
You're finished!
Let's go!
Denied. To everlasting darkness.
Lunar Blade!
Negative gate. On your way.
Burn in hell!
Annihilation!
Take
Raging
this!
Cascade!
You're finished!
In here! Hear me!
Burning
Rolling
strike!
Burning strike! Raging Onyx! Here's evil!
Elusive deity.
That is your dream!
Such unadulterated fury.
My axe dance in the wind! In here! I'm only getting you all tucked away!
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! Sorry.
Stay away from my friend!
I'm only getting started!
Elusive deity.
It's over! Mega Ray! By the power of water!
I healed myself.
Here's... Healing
Nothing gets by me. Begin.
Mega Ray! Searing bullet! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Crush!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning
This one's all mine!
I never miss!
Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of
Demon
bed.
Fang!
Searing flame! Reload! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Burn in hell!
Ghost flame! Reload!
You're mine! You're finished! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Hey! Anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Let's see. I've cooked, cleaned, and sewn. I think that's everything for...
Isara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
Gotta break through!
Crazy testing! Lunar corruption!
One cabal! You're mine! Aim for the weak spot! Slice!
Here!
Blow away!
Loading!
Eternal dividend! You're mine! It's over! Slice!
Lunar corruption!
I'm not done!
to me.
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no? These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Back into the fray.
Beyond.
Stay away from my friend!
Annihilation.
Try harder! Not again! Can't move!
I've still got some fight left in me.
I am not beyond fury. I'm in your debt.
I'll bring you back from death to If it's in the sky, it's lightning condemned. Thunderblade.
Everlasting.
Not done yet!
Glacial spear. I never miss.
They can't get out of bed.
Searing fireball.
Resonate with the earth.
Annihilation.
Mine.
Not on my watch. Annihilate. Into the wind.
My turn!
Sleep now.
You're on!
Cross field. Lightning. Super ray. I'm always up. Annihilation.
Never see what I can do.
Light after raging cascade.
Face you.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down. Here goes.
Here I come!
To the shadows.
Eternal devastation! In this way!
Raging storm. If it's in the sky, it's mine. Where are you going?
Go Demon Fang!
Negative gate. Resonate with the earth.
Now I can let loose!
Prepare to be
Raging
seen.
storm. One more. Gravitas
No
field.
further.
Lightning
Nothing gets by me.
Benediction light.
Burn!
I can heal myself, thank you.
Raging Arctic.
That's the wisest thing you've ever said.
I'll heal you all.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
You're mine!
From beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with life. Resuscitation. Thanks.
Take this!
Power of water. It's gonna smart. Annihilation. Air
Try
thrust.
harder! My turn!
Photon raging cascade.
Here, let me help.
First aid.
It's on!
Close one.
Elusive deity.
Do it.
Rotating pile driver.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Let the marksman
Take
handle
this!
this. This one's mine.
Begin.
Photon blast. Not in your dreams. Lightning. Downfall. Raging cascade. I'm off the field. Annihilate. Let's get you up.
Prepare to be sealed. Tornado drive.
All right. It's
Ready and
time.
ready.
Downfall.
Begin.
They're not playing around.
Rotating pile driver.
Heroes will stand in the wind.
You'll pay for that!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! My master dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Can't end here! I'm gonna need more on your knees.
Ready! Burning! Denied! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Take this! This one's all mine!
Freeze Lancer!
This should do it!
Shield!
Not today!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Eternal devastation! Run!
Blow
away!
Elusive deity!
Okay, here I am.
I never miss! Sorry!
I couldn't make it in time.
Turn you back to elusive deity!
It's over!
Hey, more of this, and I'll burn out. Can you take it?
Try harder! Not a chance!
It's about to
In a
strike!
vine?
Look sharp, everyone! Try harder!
Get on in there with the others!
Ready to go!
Tempest! Flail! Banana, let's go!
It's on!
Here's evil!
I'll smash you!
Eat your!
When it's almost in the bag,
We're not done yet. Just falling back.
then it's time for you to do what you do best. Here's evil! Freeze Laser! Dream!
Try harder! My turn!
Thunder Field! Moon Raging Cascade! Gemini Orb! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Raging Cascade!
Swallow blade!
Spread! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Can't be happening! Astral energy!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hit!
Try harder! No escape!
Nothing gets by me! They're not playing
This
around!
one's all mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Raging Storm!
Here I come!
Hit! Lightning Confetti!
Ready? Try harder! Now! You're mine! Can't move!
Ha! Raging Cascade! Spread! Raging Cascade! In here! Here goes! Close one! Gotcha! Dance in the wind! I'm ready! Don't mind if I do!
Shattering of pieces! Attack time! I can carve through armor!
Keep the star frozen!
Hammer! We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
Good.
Really now.
sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Okay.
Seriously?
Well,
What the?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof. This should definitely keep you guys full. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? I think Hoodle senses something. Hogsar. That makes 4.
No choice. Here I come.
Lightning
Flash!
descends! Lunar
Eternal
corruption!
devastation!
By the power of water!
Raining. Take this. Slash. You're finished.
Into the shadows!
I'll
It's in the sky, it's mine! Now!
Slash. In an instant. Impact rock. Together, that wasn't even a problem.
What's this thing?
close!
This one's mine!
Can you take it?
Here I come!
Mega Ray!
Can you take it?
You picked the wrong fight!
Raging Cascade!
Leave the charges to me!
They're surrounding us! I'll be saving this one!
You're mine!
Sweet dreams!
Your armor won't save you!
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
It's not really built for close quarters combat. Astral energy!
Say no more!
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Here I come!
Wind astral energy! Mega Ray!
No further!
Demon Fang!
Gemini Aqua! Light astral in the wind!
Swallow Blade!
Here!
Through escape!
Mega Ray! Get on in there with the others!
This one keeps taunting us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Here I come! Burn in hell!
Elusive deity!
No escape!
Pile driver!
Swallow Blade!
Elusive deity!
Slash!
Do it!
Take this!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Barely a blip on our radar.
There's something in the... I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. Huff. Time to try a different spot. There we go. Well, it's not bad per se.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
Where should I cast my line? Reel it in. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Could it be? I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
You tamed a real beast.
I'm always amazed what... healing arts can do.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought, after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Now you see what I can do!
I'm ready.
Far enough!
Airborne beast. My special.
Double demon fang!
Steering flame.
Got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it. Raging cascade.
All yours! You're finished! You're mine! Roll away! You're finished! No further! Here I come!
Do it!
Swallow blade!
This one's got your name on it!
Acid to acid. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Negative gate. Resonate with the earth.
Burn in hell! Take it! It's over!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my arse.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
It's like trying to keep...
No further.
Take this! Swallow blade!
Right and like astral energy!
Resonant
Here I
They
come.
can't get out of this.
I'm not done!
Chinese supernova!
Blow away.
Raging cascade!
Crush! You're mine! It's over!
Glacial
your
spear!
Take this!
Pierce evil!
Now we're not.
Chinese
Can't get out of this.
You're
Like
finished!
raging cascade!
You're mine!
Sleep now!
Light burst forth.
Radiant genesis! You don't mess around!
Here's my turn!
Certainly
You're
not.
mine! Rising Wyvern! You're on!
Take this. I'm ready.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I can feel my precision improving.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Nothing gets by me!
Take over! Burn in hell!
Please be agile one.
Now you see what I can do!
Airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. I'm ready.
Catch it!
This one's mine.
Material devastation!
Now.
River!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Begin! Material devastation!
That's my cue. Do it.
Shut up!
Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Benediction light.
Not a chance! This one's all mine!
Prediction. By the power of water. Photon blast. Mega ray. It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire. Will this help? This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! I still got a ways to go!
won't be easy.
Don't be
In a
such a
vine.
pessimist.
Ignite!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Eternal devastation!
Do it! Lightning!
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
On your carve through armor! Here I go!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! Tempest!
Heart
Lightning!
Thunderbolt!
So I still had room to grow.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Gotta break through!
This one's
Come and
mine!
face me! Begin! No way!
Confiscated! I'm all roped up! Lightning condensed! Thunderblade!
It's not!
The enemy is off too.
You'll soon see about that.
Healing circle!
This should do it!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Everlasting darkness! Negative gate!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here I go!
Shattering the Turn the tables on us.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
This!
You're mine! Blow away!
Can you take it?
Raging Cascade!
I'm ready!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go! Shining Supernova!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Denied!
Try harder! Now!
Where are you going?
I'm ready!
Give it a whirl!
Elusive deity! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear!
You're mine! Come one, come all! I'm not done! It's over!
Do it!
On your knees! Rising water! I'm not done!
Glacial Spear!
You're on! Take this!
Confiscated!
Here I come! On track!
Hear me! Fury burning!
Glacial
Spear! Leave the enemy arms to me!
No complaints here!
The heavens must be smiling. I shall ensure you survive this.
Take this!
Take this! I'm ready!
It's over!
Denied! Now you see what I can do!
You're mine! It's time!
Lunar Corruption!
In a vine?
Lunar Blast!
I'll
This
face you!
one's mine!
Eat this!
Take this! Dance in the wind!
Here I come! Swallow blade!
Leave the ensnaring to
You're
me.
mine!
You're helping me has become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us. Thank you.
Is it now?
Where are you going?
Take this!
Here I go!
I'm not done!
By the
You're mine!
You won't get away with that! Hear me! Flame of Shatter! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Mind if I do? Freeze Lancer!
Take it! Crush! It's over!
Light Action! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Resonate with the earth.
It's time!
Denied!
Shining!
On the
Do it!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more. Shot.
Well done.
In a vine?
Freeze Lancer.
Into finish.
Tornado Drive!
Annihilation. Lightning Roar. Let's do it.
All yours, Kitara!
I'll heal you all.
You're mine.
Primed and
Take
ready.
this. Okay, here I go.
Did you just...
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
We're still standing. Barely.
We got some! Good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.